Hi, I'm Mark, and this is Subliteral Network. I make art and comics, and thanks for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe and to leave your feedback in the comments. I post art daily, 5 days a week on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and this is a roundup of some of that work in case you missed it, with a little more detailed description added. You can read my Una the Cave Bunny comics free at radiocomics.com, and my one-shot comic called Searchers is now available at burningstarcomics.net. Visit my Patreon page if you'd like to support my work. There's a growing gallery of art and comics to see and enjoy. All these links are in my description and bio, so please watch till the end so you don't miss anything. Crop from the pencil drawing I did before I kind of inked this up in a kind of a more detailed manner than a more detailed manner that I'd like to do more often. But if I'm going to do something like this, you can see what it is that I'd like to do. I like to draw through objects just to make them look solid while I'm drawing them, so I'm not getting so distorted. It's because it's easy to do that when you're drawing something. It can look weird and the wrong shape unless you kind of know what shape you're making and kind of define it. So some people carry that in their heads. I do a little bit, but I like to. They call it drawing through, which is what I was taught in art school. You're drawing through shapes so that you're not just doing a contour that can get really inaccurate really quickly. And also you can see there's a grid underneath the big gun that she's holding, which I've been really trying to do consistently now to make things more accurate and make the lines straight. It's really good for that when you're working with something that has regular lines and shapes that's machine-like. And also I'm doing perspective grids a lot more nowadays. It also helps a lot when you're drawing giant boobs like I did here, because you want your shapes to be consistent and symmetrical and look solid and round. So I did this drawing of a bunch of my evil space lords, because after a while I had a collection of them, and they were kind of starring in some of the mini comics I was doing. So what I did was I did a drawing meant to be a background for other drawings that I was going to place on top of it. So I left a little space in the middle for the figures and whatever I was going to put in the center of that. So, saved the drawing, came back later and said, doesn't this look like kind of a rave of evil space lords? Like they have the big annual meeting, and afterwards they celebrate with like a traditional a violent dance party. So they would do this, and the whole thing was basically just an incredible, hideous, violent mosh pit where they would lose limbs just sort of as a matter of course, and some of them would regenerate their limbs later on, and it's a whole thing now. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to do something where the evil space lords have a yearly meeting. I use art that I've already done to make my own thumbnails for these videos, and this one is one of my favorites. I had drawn a picture of Night Vale from Bill Black's FemForce comics on craft paper with markers and white highlights, and so I had my scan of it, and I'm making my thumbnails, and it really seems to work a lot better when someone's looking at you out of the thumbnail. So that's kind of why, one of the reasons that I really like this one. This is one of my favorite She-Hulk drawings that I've done, because she just looks so completely powerful in there. I like it because there's a great deal of tension and drama, and she looks like really strong in it. Well, in the whole picture in the original, she has her hands are in these chains and handcuffs of like this gigantic size capable of restraining the Hulk. And I'm determined to keep alive the image of She-Hulk as hugely muscular and powerful, and looking every bit of it whenever you see her, just like the Bruce Banner Hulk. I'd like to thank you, my subscribers, and given a special welcome to my new subscribers. I'm very happy that you enjoy hearing something about the work that I'm doing, and I really hope that you would like to come back for more.